we're going to take a look at hole tables. So here you can see I've got my part, and you can see I've got a couple of different sized holes, including some threaded holes. To use the hole table, I'll just select hole table. Something to point out is sometimes this button is hidden. So if it is, you can just click the caret and then you can choose to turn on hole table. Of course, you could also just put it in the command finder. Hole table. First thing to do, select the origin. So this is going to be the 0 point. Then the object. Now this is kind of an interesting one, because for the object I can just pick this entire body, and then you'll notice here at the very bottom it's going to show the hole table. Now, there's a couple things to note. Let's go into the settings, and from here we can start to change some of the things about the hole table. For example, when I look at this, I don't really like that it's 7 and then pointing that away. So I can say, you know what, we don't need to actually have a leader on there. We could say I want it to be a letter and a number. So now A and B. What this does is if I go back to the table, now all of this type of hole, the threads, they're A's. All of the 12s are B's, and so on. So it makes it a little bit more simple. And then maybe I want to have it center and to the right, or bottom right. You start to get the idea. You can pick whichever one you want. So I'll just stick with that center at the right. Close. The next part about this is we're going to go back into the settings, and you'll notice ordinate 1. So maybe I want to change that, and instead of showing ordinate 1, I'm going to put user defined, and I'm just going to go with 0, 0. And done. Now I'll just go ahead and put my hole table on here. You have the ability to go in and move these around. So if you wanted to kind of clean it up a little bit, you can do that. We can go into the table as we need to. So if I select the entire table, I can change the cells, or I can change the entire table itself. So that just takes us right back into the hole table function. And that's the basics of using the hole table.